Hello friends, my name is Emile and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic. This time taking a look at the 1995 Subaru Impreza WRX STI Sedan version 2. We've had the estate version of this car, the WRX Impreza Estate version 2. This one is the saloon version. Four-wheel drive, 377 horsepower, decent amount of torque, 1058 kilos. It's an Impreza, has a slightly different racing mod. This one has sort of like Repsol colours on the side of it. Anyways, it is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track to set the best time it possibly can. Currently, there is the Suzuki Scudo Pikes Peak Edition at a set time of 27.710, which this Impreza is unlikely to beat. This Impreza probably destined for the under 30 club. We've driven literally at this point about 1,000 Imprezas, it feels like, so yeah, you can always gather what they're gonna handle like. They're great cars. Apparently not as great as Evos though, according to this game. Of course, for those of you who may have caught it earlier on in the week, or earlier on in this session, I drove that mad Evo 5, and I'm still kind of speechless about that Evo, because that truly has obliterated everything. I do think this is a slightly nicer handling car than the Evo, in all honesty, but, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again, power, it really is not everything around this course. It isn't even close to everything, but it always helps. Power always helps, really, unless it's like putting more power into something that shouldn't have more power. But yeah, power usually helps everything. Power solves all issues in the world, or something like that. 29.921, there you go, under 30 club. That is not surprising. I can't remember where the estate placed. I don't know if the estate got into the under 30 club, or wagon I should say, because I believe in this game it would have been called the wagon, so, or sports wagon as people like to call Imprezas for some reason. Even my Impreza, they call my Impreza a sports wagon. It is like, it's not really a sports wagon. I love my Impreza, I think it's a cool car and all, but it's not the definition of sporty. I guess it kind of looks sporting, but is it sporting? Jesus, no. No, it's not. 13.5 seconds to 60 is not a sporting time. It doesn't actually feel that slow, to be honest with you, but yeah, it's certainly not a quick car. There is no doubt in my mind about that one. I do love it though. Absolutely great little. Well, it's not little. It's quite big actually for the UK. Also, apart from the rubbish gearbox, it is a cool car. Anyways, enough about my Impreza. More about this Impreza. I can't remember where the version 3 landed. We've had the version 3 round before. I think that was like a 29.7. So it makes sense for the version 2 to be very slightly off pace to that one. Version 2, basically the difference between the STIs and all the versions is they have slightly less power as they go along. And they all have different racing modifications. As I said, this one has the Repsol flags. The earlier ones have sort of a more traditional 555 livery, the later ones have some crazy colours, and then the really later ones are all exactly the same, so none of them are getting run with racing mod, apart from like the ultimate ones, like the version 6, that WRX R Coupe that I ran, that's of course going to have, well, that did have the racing mod because that's the quickest Impreza, so we need the quickest Impreza to be the quickest Impreza, makes sense. Anyways, pretty consistent lap times all across the board. 29.921 is the time for the version 2. Solid performance. Of course, like, there we go, finally I will hit the exit button. Solid performance, nothing hugely interesting to say about the Impreza. I've pretty much said everything I can say about Imprezas, but they're still excellent cars, but yeah, certainly driven a lot of them. And there's certainly a lot more to come, so let's go see where this particular Impreza places on our leaderboard. On to the leaderboard then, and the Subaru Impreza WRX STI Sedan version 2 goes into 17th place with 29.921. As far as Imprezas go, that's not too bad. It beats out the version 3, slightly. Beats out a Zara rally car. Yeah, it's a Subaru. It gets into the under 30 club. What do you expect? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hot Lap Classic. As always, if you want to request cars for this series, you can do so in the comment section and go into the description for a full request list form. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.